Lombat Wavy Hair by Led Zeppelin. Here we go. Okay, so it's a nice riff this. It's kind of bluesy. It definitely follows a blues progression, and it's nice and rocky. It sounds good on electric with a bit of distortion. So let's just dive straight into the... Actually, before we do the tabs, I'll just address the chords. You've got all these fancy little single note things, but towards the end, the turnaround of the blues progression does some open chords. So it's an E to a D and then to a C. So you might as well practice that first. So it's 2 full bars of E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then D. 1, 2 to C. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So E, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Then to D. And then to C. Okay, so I'll just mention something about this riff. I'll show you most of the first riff. You can see there's a lot of 7s and 5s, okay? So when you see like notes that are just got a fret gap in them, like it's missing the 6th fret, so it's 5 and 7, you want to be using your 1st and 3rd finger. So you're doing this. So it'll look a bit like this. You know, so you're playing the 5s and 7s with your 1st on the 5s, and when you see a 7 with your 3rd finger, because what you don't want to do is just use one finger. You know, it's not very practical. So when you see the first note 7, don't gravitate with your 1st finger to that. That's got to be your 3rd finger. Alright, so the first 2 notes are plain and simple, 2 zeros on the 5th string. Okay. And then you go to the 4th string and you go 7, 5. So I'm using my 3rd finger and my 1st finger. So do that again. So keep that finger there. Then the next note is on the string above on that 5th string. You're going to bring the 7th fret, so it'll be your 3rd finger. And then you're going back to that 5th fret that you've just played on the 4th string there. And then you're going back to the 7th fret on the 5th string. So you got... And then you go to the 4th string and you got 5, 7. So you got... Do that again. Okay, so your fingers are in this position here around the 5th and 5th and 7th fret. Sorry, now you want to just move it down to around the 3rd and the 5th fret. So you're shifting your position of your hand down a couple of frets. And you're going to start with the 2 zeros on the 5th string. And then here you got a 3-0 pull off. So you play the 3 on the top string. Pull it off with this finger. So what's that? 3-0 again. Now when you've pulled that note off to the 0, you don't then have to hit the 0 again to hit this 0. You know, you've already done it. It's like this 3-0 there. That is the 3-0, and that P means pull off. Okay, so you got, and then it goes to 3-5, 3-5. So one more time. Okay, so piecing that together, I'll do it nice and slow. And as well, when you see a 3-0 pull off or any type of pull off note, it doesn't mean to say it's got to be a fast note like that. You know, you can hold the 3 for as long as you want and then pull it off. So in this instance it's 3. So you got to hold it for a little bit of time. So once you've done that, you want to repeat it twice. So I'm going to play it a little bit quicker now, but I'll play 2 times. Okay. And in traditional blues style, how many times you've done the first bit, you go to the next string down, typically, but you do it for half the amount of time you've just done whatever you've just done. So we've done 2 of them riffs, so now we're going to be doing this next one for 1 lot, because that's half of what we just done. And you can see it's virtually the same. I'm just going to get the first bit of it, but it moves down a string, so it starts on the 4th string. So the strings you're dealing with there are the 2 middle strings now you focus on. So that should be easy just to transfer what you've done on the previous one down a string. The end of that is slightly different. It goes, and just hold that 5 at the end. So putting that line together. And then from there, you in typical blues fashion, you go back to the original one for the same amount of time you've done this new line here, which will be 1. So you can see there it goes back to the original one. So you do 2 of the main riff, starting on the 5th string open 0. Then you move down for half the amount of time, which would be 1 line. On the 4th string you start that, and then you go back to the original riff, back on the 5th string for 1 lot. And that is your typical blues sort of first movement of a blues progression. So I'll just play you that now. Down a string. Last line. And you can hear the blues movement. It's important to just be aware of how a blues moves, because loads of songs you play, well, a lot of songs that you learn have the blues progression in it, and if you're aware of it, you can sort of automatically move to the place without too much effort. Okay, so then at the end here we've got them chords we practiced at the start. So E, 1, 2, 3, 4, again, 2, and then D to C, and then back to the first riff. And that completes the whole blues progression. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. That's a really fun song to play. I've done that in a blues band many a times, and it's just these kind of songs that are easy to just switch off and just enjoy. You know, there's not too much strain with it. And if you're playing along with someone else, you could take turns in soloing over it. If you want to do like an A blues scale while someone's playing the riff, that'll work. And if you're into playing the blues, you might have just got a bit bogged down with the way you're playing it, and you want some exciting ways to sort of vamp it up and make it interesting. Okay, so I'm nearly hitting 500 subscribers, so if you do watch the videos and you're not subscribed, if you could please subscribe, that would really help me achieve that 500 goal that I had set for the start of April. So you'd be doing me a big favour on my road to 1,000 subs. That's what I've planned to do. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. I really enjoy teaching these lessons and love getting the feedback, and I know a lot of people appreciate it. It's a little bit of a different way of approaching teaching on YouTube. So alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.